Oh, hey there. This is the Trash Talkers. Grab a seat because this podcast has more balls than a Chinese ping pong team. You can join us streaming live every Sunday from 11 to 1 p.m. on YouTube or download the podcast from Spotify or SoundCloud.com. Just search for the Trash Talkers. Let's take attendance. Jason.
Hey, what's happening? What's going on? How y'all doing today?
David.
What's up, guys? How's everything going?
And I'm Jay. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Lots to get through, from the college national championship game to is Notre Dame's quarterback good enough to win with a TikTok ban? And has anybody realized that Trump's inauguration is on Martin Luther King's Day? Lots to get through today, so let's get started. What's going on, boys?
Not much, man. Just watching some football, enjoying the day. It's crappy out here in Polk County. I don't know how it is over there, but it's nothing but rain.
Yeah, it's been raining over here all day long.
I only got like 2 hours of rain, so it's clearing up over here.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm sitting out on the patio, and it's dark outside.
Cool.
We're about to I just got an alert on my phone that it's going to rain for the next 30 minutes to an hour.
That sucks. Yeah, ours. It's literally been thunderstorms all day out here.
Really?
So
y'all
cool.
see those games yesterday?
I did not. I was going back and forth about cooking up a nice little parlay this weekend, and I didn't have any money in there, so I was like, all right, well, let me see what I can build up real quick. And I actually picked Washington to win, Robinson to score, Gibbs to score, McClure, Scary Terry to score, and I never placed a bet. And I was sitting there, I was like, that was $20 to leave 10 grand sitting on the counter.
No kidding.
And I never did anything with it. Now I'm not surprised that Washington won. Detroit, I knew that injury bug was going to catch up to him, and it caught up to him big time yesterday.
Yeah, I was surprised the way they beat Minnesota like convincingly. And now I know Minnesota played like crap, in the playoff game, but every team has pretty much played Detroit this year. They've lost the following week because of the pounding and the physicalness of how Detroit plays. So, but still, I mean, what they did to Minnesota was pretty impressive, even with their backups and stuff. So I thought giving them a week off, get some rest, get some guys back.
Yeah.
But I tell you, man, that quarterback for Washington, man, Daniels,
he's real.
He's gonna be something special, man.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna be something special. He's so accurate, man. That's the crazy part. I mean, he threw a bomb to Brown, and the DB had his hand in the face mask, like blocking his view.
Yeah.
And it just was right there. I mean, he's going to be something special.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw the thing. What's his name? Dan Orlovsky had said before the draft this year, said if Chicago takes anybody other than Jaden Daniels, they deserve everything they get.
Yeah, the thing I like about Daniels too is he's young and he's able to read defenses.
Yeah.
And he's not relying on the chaotic play in order to make a play.
Yep. Yeah, he'll sit in that pocket all day.
But and I think Caleb Williams, I don't think he can read a defense. And he's not used to playing within the pocket.
Painting his nails.
He's used to just running around trying to be Patrick Mahomes the whole damn time and not playing within the system. And Daniels is way ahead of him right now as far as he's going to be special. And then Kansas City just does what Kansas City does.
Kansas City is to the point now where what you remember that movie? I don't remember which Batman it was with Christian Bale, where he's like, you either die the good guy or live long enough to be the villain. I hate Kansas City now.
Yeah, well, They're the Patriots right now. Everybody's starting to not like them because they just win and win and win.
Sick of their shit.
Well,
I need some new pussy.
Yeah, but dude,
as long as they're not
3-0?
cheating, they're following suit with the Patriots.
Oh, to be able to go 3 in a row.
Man.
Like I was a Kansas City hater up until last year.
Mm.
And that Super Bowl, I was like, okay, I got to start giving these guys respect. And to be able to go for 3 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah, what they're doing as a football team and organization is great, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, I'm tired of them.
Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, you always got Taylor Swift up there, jumping around and doing her thing up there. So,
is there a bet on if Taylor Swift's going to show up or be around?
oh, she was there
look at that. See how much money we can make.
Yeah, I'll cook up the parlay next week. See if there's a prop bet on that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she's going to be there, no doubt. The prop bet is whether she takes her gloves off or not, because she wore her gloves the entire time during the game. And people are speculating: is there a ring underneath the glove? That's why she wore gloves.
Really?
Being up in the suites. So,
gotcha.
Anyways,
so let's talk about Notre Dame. What do you think about that quarterback? Think he has it to win?
That game's really interesting. Monday night coming up Monday night. Ohio State just looks they just look dominant, man. Like I don't see anywhere on any level on any side of the ball where they are weak. I mean, they have playmakers everywhere. But
they're clicking for sure.
Huh?
I said they're clicking right now for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think they blew out Oregon so bad that when they went to play Texas, they were a little off.
Almost shell shocked themselves.
Yeah, like taking it kind of easy, thinking that okay, we just dominated Oregon. We're going to go into Texas. We're going to kind of do the same thing,
right?
And it was a struggle. I mean, Texas gave them a game, but I think they get back on track as far as Nick Saban, has said the whole time on ESPN about how you got to keep the guys locked in every week. You can't just have a big game and win and then have a let off.
Yep.
You got to be locked in. And I think Ohio State's going to get back locked in. But the thing about Notre Dame, they play disciplined football, man.
And they can run the ball.
They can run the ball. And, Leonard, man, as far as a quarterback, man, he's not super accurate throwing the ball down the field. What makes him dangerous is him being able to run the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he can get himself out of a shitty situation real quick.
Oh, yeah, and they were using his legs a lot.
Yeah.
Against Penn State.
Yep.
So, I don't know, man. I hope it's not a blowout. Notre Dame has gotten to these types of games in the past, and I know, this is Freeman's team, and it's not the past teams, but
yeah.
I want them to show up, man. I want it to be a game, and I tell you what, man. That game against Washington and who did they play last night?
Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit was a great game. There's been a lot of good games the last couple of weeks, and I just hope that the championship game is a good game. It's not just a blowout.
Yeah, I think obviously me being a Notre Dame fan, I was after seeing Ohio State versus Texas, I was like, it should have only been 20. They got that defensive touchdown right there at the end, making it a 2-score game. I feel more confident as a Notre Dame fan going into this one with our defense playing clutch, the offense being able to move the ball. I'm feeling a 38-21 Notre Dame. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Ooh.
The only thing I know about Notre Dame is Rudy.
That's funny you said that. For whatever reason, it popped up on my Facebook memories the other day. I guess I was watching it like 8 years ago, and I went, I didn't fucking know Vince Vaughn was in this movie.
He was in the movie?
He was like a highly recruited running back, and then just
Really?
never panned out. And I was like,
Oh, 32. I think it was 32.
I think it was 44.
44. Yeah. Yeah, the white kid that his family went there. And,
Yeah, that's what he was. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That's what I was like, oh shit, that's Vince Vaughn.
But yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I don't know. I Notre Dame's got some injuries on the offensive line. Can that defensive line attack, that offensive line? That's where the game's going to be won and lost. Is in the trenches. So
I'm a lineman. I know that every game.
Well, it's amazing. It's amazing, teams like Chicago, like don't build up their offensive line. Texans right now, struggling. I mean, if they had a better offensive line, yesterday against Kansas City, they might have beat Kansas City. Yeah. They got a good defense. They got playmakers.
Yep. And you figure, and obviously, again, I'm a Packer fan, so I hate Chicago, but Chicago plays in shitty weather, 6, 7 of their 8 home games? You figure they're going to need to run the ball. You might as well get some hogs up front and play boring football.
I mean, traditionally, that's what they do is run the ball. Like they're built to run the ball. I mean, they're built like a Big Ten team, man. You're physical up front. You run the ball. You control the clock.
Yep.
Because of the weather that you're playing in. Speaking of weather, man, have you seen the weather in Philly?
It's turned into shit quick.
Yeah. It's like slush.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's going to impact my parlay for sure.
Oh, you got one going, huh?
Yeah, I started one for this game for $20 for excuse me. God, what was it? It was like $20 for not playing a fitness dipshit. 6,300.
Okay. Damn.
So Saquon's got me my touchdown.
Did you just call your phone a dipshit?
I've called myself a dipshit because I pushed Planet Fitness like I'm gonna check in and get swole or some shit right now.
You're about to go to the gym right now.
Yeah. So my parlay for excuse me, for this first game, I got a Kyron Williams anytime touchdown, Saquon at anytime, which already happened. Devontae Smith over 50 yards receiving. He had that bomb where he dropped it, would have given it to him. AJ Brown anytime touchdown and a Puka anytime touchdown, plus the Eagles to win. So now with the snow coming down, I'm like, I don't know how much they're going to be throwing the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do here because as long as it's snow, I think it's all right. If it was rain, it would be different. I think they'll still be able to grip the ball.
Yeah.
But footing is going to be an issue.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, this cocksucker still hasn't sent me the link for headphones?
I haven't?
No, you have not yet.
All right. I'll get it out to you today.
Oh, yeah. You said that the last 3 times I brought it up.
And yet you've done nothing about it yet.
Who, me?
Yeah, you could have ordered it yourself.
Well, you told me you were going to send me these are the best ones and blah blah blah.
When is the Philly game?
Huh?
When's the Philly game?
Right now.
That's right.
Right now. 32 degrees.
Yep, and it's snowing like crazy.
It's snowing. Yep. It's like just slush. Like if you took a slushie and just threw it out.
You know what? I realized that the Philadelphia game is on because I have it on behind me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so I probably should have looked at the TV before asking that stupid question.
Smart one. See, and this is the guy that I'm relying on sending me the information for headphones.
So listen, I can send you the information for the headphones. We're talking sports here. I'm not. Come on, I outside the Miami Dolphins, I got nothing to say.
It's a sports show, dude. What the fuck?
Well, hey, listen. I don't need to talk. I have other things to talk about when it's time.
I'll say I wouldn't label it just a sports show, but I'll say a broad spectrum of stuff.
Yeah,
but speaking of the headset and microphone, so I don't have mine because I mean, Jason sent me the one for the microphone. I'm like, okay, cool.
Send it to both of you guys.
Yes. So I was sitting there going, cool. Denise ordered it. She thought I ordered it. Nobody's ordered it.
So nobody.
We're just both sitting here like, I'm like, you're an idiot. She's like, you're dumb. I'm like, bitch.
How am I dumb?
Right?
How are you dumb?
You know
That's
me
funny.
for 25 years. You know I'm irresponsible.
You knew I was going to order it, so why would you even think I would?
Right?
All right, I'll find you. So what do you want, Jay? You want headphones and a mic, or just headphones?
Probably headphones and a mic, but I gotta have like the old school hookup. I can't have,
What's the old school hookup?
the USB.
Is this thing on?
Yeah,
Jason's
hey,
still working with dial up.
Trust me, I'm the old man here. And damn, y'all got just as much gray, if not more, than I do.
Listen, not everybody can have a luscious head of hair like you.
I'm just talking about the gray in the beard.
I dye mine just so I can match.
Toby ever comes on here, he's got like this, he got his full red beard, man. It's like, I need to ask him if he dyes it because it's no gray at all.
Gonna be a problem, man. Denise knows I'm a sucker for gingers.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
well, well, that's gonna be a problem over here in Zone 1. That's gonna be a problem over here. I've been keeping this salt and pepper for you, but all right, I can dye it red for you.
Right?
I mean,
don't worry.
That'd be awesome.
I'll love it.
Would you do that?
I'm gonna come in a leprechaun tomorrow.
Jesus.
All right, so what else you guys got? We're 14 minutes in, and we're running out of stuff to talk about.
No, I got plenty.
Got plenty of stuff. There's another game.
Well, I know Dave wants.
So my parlay for the second game, man, I did not know which way to go. Bills or Ravens at Bills.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's going to be Baltimore's favored by 1?
By 1. So what I did, I took for my parlay, I took Josh Allen. Josh Allen over 1.5 touchdown passes. I think he's going to get 2. The Ravens to win outright.
You bet that the last time, didn't you?
Yeah, and it came through.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, the Ravens to win outright. James Cook anytime and a Derrick Henry anytime. It's a stretch. I'm not.
Dude. I mean, those are the guys that are going to make plays, and I think there's going to be plays made in these. I mean, the playoffs have been pretty good this round.
Yeah.
So anything can happen. I mean, this game right here, it's only 13-10. Philly.
Yeah,
it's a tight game. So.
Yep. Which works in my favor because I'm gonna need them to start throwing the ball if shit happens. And
yeah, do you know if it's supposed to snow throughout the whole game?
Yeah, they said it was supposed to start in the second half. So
it started early.
Yeah. So we'll see what that weather does, man. That's a wild card. I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm just gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
Temperature is going to keep on dropping as the game goes. Right now, it's 32 degrees, and as the game continues, it's going to drop down to 28 degrees.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I'm glad I'm not there.
Yeah. Yeah, that Minnesota changed me, man. I don't want it to be that cold ever again.
No. We were actually talking about that. Like, we kind of like the cold, but Minnesota cold is way different than Florida cold, and I don't want to be part of that at all.
Yeah, I'll go to Tennessee, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's actually that's a normal cold. It gets about 14 degrees there, but not below 0.
Right, I was saying 14 compared to -6. It's pretty much a warm front.
Yeah, it's summertime.
Open the pools. What are we doing?
There's a freeze warning in Marion County tonight.
Where is Marion County?
Showing it was supposed to get that cold down here.
Yeah, Marion County it's a freeze warning from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, damn.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow. Let's see here. Here it says the lowest is going to get us 42 degrees in Seminole.
That's what I got here.
That's Marion's up in Ocala. That's the Ocala area. So
yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit further northwest.
Gotcha.
Y'all enjoy that morning launch.
Oh, you son of a bitch! You're off.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, that's right. Why are you off? It's Martin Luther King Day. You're not black.
I got to see Trump go into, become the president, man. I got to watch.
Like you weren't going to be home by 10 o'clock in the morning anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, no, you're going to be home before?
No, actually, you know what? I set these days up at the beginning of the college football year.
Yeah.
And I'm a Seminole fan. Okay. Right, wearing and
I'd say Seaman Hole.
yeah, something like that this year. So I was like, man, we're gonna have a great year. I'm gonna take all the days off around the college playoff games because I'm expecting the Knowles to do something this year.
Right. How'd that work out?
Well, I got the days off.
Okay.
So I am taking advantage of that, but yeah, it didn't turn out anything like
days off in a year. The award goes to
what?
Jason Wallraven.
Hey man, I've been there.
I'm catching up. I'm catching up with this January through February, March wrestling schedule.
Yeah, you are. You have a lot of days off.
I'm off this Friday coming up too.
Oh shit.
Are you what? Is there any other days this week or throughout January and February?
Yeah, there's a couple more coming up in like beginning of March. I think I got like a Thursday, Friday off for the state championship for the individual bracket. So the team state championship is this Friday, Saturday.
Now, this is your older son?
Yeah, that's my oldest son, my 16-year-old.
All right, because I know that your youngest started wrestling too. Is that right?
Yeah, he was going to start last week, but with the oldest one's schedule, we couldn't make to the practices, so he's going to start this Tuesday. Yeah, practice twice a week.
2 boys in wrestling. That should be a lot of fun, a lot of time taken out of your day.
It's going to smell like balls and feet in this house, man. It's going to be gross.
Dude, so your son's a junior?
Yeah.
And he's wrestling varsity, right?
Yeah. Yeah, man, this weekend it was cool. He coming there, first guy, got in with him, mixed it up he pinned him about a minute and a half into the first round. And then there was like a 3-hour wait till his next match. Gets up there, gets the Venice High School heavyweight. They go into the second round before he pinned him, which he was a former state champ. So I was like, all right, cool, you got that one. And he got 2 kids from Paris High School. You got one kid, I guess they had 2 heavyweights. So he got the first one in the semifinal and then got one in the final. And then the one in the final, he dismantled him in like fucking 25 seconds. Just
nice. Got
his underhooks, put him on the ground, and put him in a half. I don't even know what half of that shit means. I just hear the coaches yell it. I'm like, yeah, man, fucking do that.
So does he want to wrestle or play football going forward?
I think the love has shifted towards wrestling more than football.
Really?
Yeah. So he's I think he likes the kind of almost like a diva trait, I guess, where he likes the one-on-one recognition. Like it's him versus somebody else. It has nothing to do with the team. He just wants. And I get it. I'm happy for him. He's getting that attitude, that swagger about him.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's usually he's an introvert for sure. He's just nope. I'm gonna go to my room. But now he's kind of breaking out of his shell and doing his thing, man. It was fun to watch yesterday, even though I had to get up at 3:00 in the morning, drive down to Venice for 7 a.m. weigh-ins. By the time they weighed everybody in, wrestling started at 9. Supposed to start at 9. Started at 9:45. We finally won and walked out that thing about 6:45 last night.
Nice.
Yep. Drove home, hit Hooters, had some wings.
Hooters.
Yeah. Not my favorite.
No, they've kind of gone downhill.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I think the Twin
Wing
Peaks,
House used to be one of my favorites, but they've gone downhill too, man.
Yep.
I think everybody's gone downhill.
Yeah, exactly, because the price of chicken wings is fucking ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, what is it that the Hurricane Grill was $32 for wings over there?
I don't know. I have to spend my money there, so that's not really a problem for me.
Yeah, right.
Like, whatever, swipe it.
Yeah.
Just so an update for everybody, I did send both of you guys a text with headphones.
Oh, yep, just got it. Just got it. Thank you, sir. Mine wasn't the problem. Mine was communication between me and the wife.
Well, you guys should probably communicate a little bit more and say, "Hey, who's doing this?"
That's ridiculous. Don't ever mention that again.
You're absolutely right. There's no communication going on.
You stay over there, I'll stay over here.
You stay on that side of the house, damn it.
So, now we did talk about this whole, because she's super excited about this whole podcast thing. She thinks it's pretty cool. And then I'm actually in her dad's room, the DDR, Denise's dead dad's room, right now. So there's boxes everywhere.
I like the name of the room.
That's a Dan Patrick Freeze.
Yeah, right. So the plan is we're going to get this cleared out, get it all painted, move my oldest son into this room because this one he wants. It's bigger. And I'm going to take over his room. His room, the way it's set up, I'm like, man, I can make this nice little, my office game room / podcast area. So the way the room's set up, there's a nice little cutout there. I could hang TVs on the wall and shit. That way I got some different shit going on. So I'm excited.
That's
I'm
awesome.
like, man, let's do that this fucking weekend.
Jason's going to have some extra TVs in a couple weeks, I think, or a couple months. So you can probably get one off of him.
Oh, gotcha. Trash cat.
I said, you might. Oh, look at the cat.
Wait, extra TVs.
Oh, wait. Is that the one that you caught in the garbage truck? Oh, well, I guess he's just going to walk out. Yeah, you're going to have to take down some TVs, I understand.
Well, yeah, I'm taking down TVs, but I'm putting them in the garage.
You can stand to give one. You have 42 of them.
No, they're all going to go in the garage. It's going to be good times. No.
So you can watch all 42 games at once.
Try to. That's the plan. Doesn't always work out, but
Instead of going to a sports bar, we can just go to Jay's Garage. That should be the name of the sports bar, Jay's Garage.
Sounds like a plan. I can throw a bar in there, I think.
Jay's Brothel.
Only problem is David lives on the other.
Nothing but a half-naked man.
The state, so he can't get over here.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be a special occasion.
Yeah.
That's true. Maybe we'll set up like a thing where, hey, if we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I definitely want to do something where we all can get together and actually do a show.
Yeah.
Live, whether it's at someone's house or maybe we can. I've seen people do it at like restaurants and bars and stuff.
Yeah, we do it at Hurricanes.
They would love that. We're at Hurricane.
I want to do it at a high school football game.
What's that?
What was that?
I want to do it at a high school football game.
I can arrange that too.
I was about to say
we're on the sidelines, man. We're doing the show and stuff, man. Like, I think it's important for us, man, to hit these local events that's going on, man, around our towns and talk about them and broadcast them and things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, like I said, I got sideline passes to my son's games for Friday night. So, but again, that's a 90-mile trek for you, Jason.
Yeah, but I'd be willing to do it, man. For us to do a show, man.
Yeah.
I mean, hell yeah.
Cool.
I'd love to do it, man.
Well, if it's a Friday night, we can all crash in the DDD room.
There you go. The DDR.
The DDR. Sorry, DDR room.
Yep.
Well, I don't need to say room because the room is for the R, isn't it?
Yeah. God, you ruin everything.
I don't want to work with you anymore.
That's a lie.
It is a lie.
Shit.
I get goosebumps knowing I get to work next to you.
Right, exactly. So now I'm craving chicken wings, just so you know.
Oh, good. And I'm sure you're gonna have spaghetti for dinner.
Yeah, probably something easy. The shitty weather.
Yeah.
But hey, who knows? With Trump kicking back in, maybe chicken wings will be more affordable now.
Hopefully, everything will be more affordable. I'm getting tired of. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting tired of paying all my money out on gas and milk, and eggs are $7 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I mean, without that.
We got a gallon of milk in my fridge out in the garage where I was like, oh, nobody drank this? Cool. It expired at Christmas. Why is it still here?
Yeah. That's $8 down.
Christmas.
That's what I said.
Well,
So Trump might help us out with he might help us out with with our taxes. He posted the other day that Donald Trump actually said for far too long we relied on our taxing our great people using the IRS. Through soft and pathetic weak trade agreements, the American economy has delivered growth and prosperity in the world while taxing ourselves. It's time for that to change. Today, I'm announcing I will be creating the External Revenue Service to collect tariffs, duties, and all the revenue that comes from foreign sources. We'll begin charging those that make money off of us. They will start to pay. They'll start paying finally their fair share. January 20th will be the birth date of the External Revenue Service. Let's make America great again.
Sold.
Nothing nothing there that says that they're going to take less taxes out of us or lower taxes for us. But it seems like he wants to build the economy by charging those that are making money off of us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with that. What I would really like to see somebody fucking do is let me have my whole paycheck.
Yes. So there's a lot of comments in that saying,
I think I saw the same thing you saw.
Oh, you did? Yeah. So I get taxed on my paycheck. I get taxed on when I buy something. I get taxed when I sell something. I get taxed on my property tax. I get taxed on my house. I get tax.
I get taxed when I die.
I get taxed when I die. I get taxed on my 401k. I get taxed on everything. So give me my full paycheck, and then you can still tax me elsewhere.
Yeah.
But give me my full paycheck. That'll be a good 24% additional to your paycheck a week or pay period.
For sure. I mean, like I said, let me have the option of where I want to spend my fucking money.
Exactly right. Because I don't think it's fair that I'm paying taxes to be for that money to be sent to Ukraine.
But think about all the people that are working under the table that aren't paying taxes. Now now they are paying taxes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you would actually make the government would make more money doing it that way because now everybody's paying.
Right.
And it isn't just the working class people that are paying majority of the taxes because we know rich people, they got loopholes and they pay their share. I'm not, not saying they don't ever pay any taxes or anything, but I'm sure they pay their share. But majority of the taxes that this government is run on is through the middle class of what's left of it. And if you went to if you start taxing that way, now everybody's involved because now you have people working. You have people, I mean, especially with the amount of illegals that have come across the border within the last 4 years, they can't really work for a legitimate company, so they get paid under the table.
Yep.
So they're not paying taxes. Well, if you raise the taxes on everything that we buy, now everybody's paying for it. You know what I'm saying? So, it makes sense to me.
When I did construction, those illegals, I'm sure I paid a lot of money to.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
I mean, it happens. I mean, I'm not. Look, they're hardworking people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I'm not trying to throw shade or anything like that. In our line of business, man, we work with a lot of different people from different cultures.
Yep.
A lot of our guys are from Haiti.
Yep.
I'm just real hardworking people, man. Guys from Jamaica.
Yeah.
All of them, man. They're like, I'm not taking away from their work ethic.
Not at all.
They're just not being taxed like we are living in this country. And man, it makes more sense, man, to kind of change it up to where everybody's paying for everything,
Yeah. Yep. And just for the record, for anybody that's listening, I did not pay them anything. The company I worked for paid them.
Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah, you big baller. You had your own company, man.
Thanks for the clarification before you have ICE knocking on your door.
Exactly. So tell me more about these tax evasion things.
So Trump being his inauguration is this weekend or tomorrow, actually.
It's tomorrow on
And
Martin Luther King's Day.
Yeah,
That's
and
kind of ironic.
I think it's cool, man.
Yeah.
I think it's cool as hell. I think Trump gets a bad rap when it comes to black people, African American people in America. I I think he's helped a lot of people, no matter what color you are. I don't think he cares about that. And obviously with Snoop performing at the inauguration, I have a hard time saying that word.
Keep practicing.
Yeah, Tito's.
Keep going, keep trying.
Yeah.
Inauguration.
Thanks, guys. Man,
How many Tito's have you had today?
Two. Inauguration party. Is that how you
still can't say it?
Close.
Say it for me.
Trump's inauguration.
Yeah. The party that he had over the weekend, Snoop performed. Like, there's other people that perform. I'm moving on. Okay. F you. Okay.
No, we're not going to move on until you can say that word.
Hey, man, there's just some things, man, when it comes to talking, man, I'm not really good at. So
you can't even say that.
I know my limits.
Really good.
Huh?
You know your limits. You know your limits.
Yeah, I know my limits.
Inauguration.
There you go. Thank you, sir. Snoop performing. Other people performing that talked about him in a bad manner in the past, and now
Democrats.
Well, yeah. Well, they were all Democrats. They're part of that whole.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a specific
Hollywood clique thing.
Yeah, it's not a specific race. It's a specific party. Trump says what he feels is the truth, and so it's not. He doesn't sugarcoat it, and a lot of people can't fucking handle that.
Well, we have gotten to that place, in America, where. I mean, I'm taking a 6-month course every other week for what was it, 4 hours a day to learn how to talk to people.
Can't wait for my turn.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, the last course that we went to, when they took us to New Smyrna, that course was a how do you talk to people course. It just amazes me that we have to take classes to learn how to talk to people.
Right.
And if you say something wrong, you have to worry about if they're going to be offended by it or they're going to try and sue you for whatever. Or it's just ridiculous, man. Like, people can't really talk to people really anymore. And I think that's why the country is tired of that. And I think that's why they voted for Trump. I mean, throughout the country.
Mean tweets and cheap gas, baby. Sign me the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, you see what's going on with comedy now. Like that Brady roast.
Yeah.
That Brady roast, man, was harsh.
Yeah.
But it was funny as hell. Like, and I kind of felt bad for Brady. But, oh my God, it was hilarious, man. I haven't laughed that hard in. Like, I grew up in the Eddie Murphy, Red Fox days, Richard Pryor days.
Yep. Right. So did I.
Those, they said what was on their mind. They didn't give a fuck about your feelings, man. Like, and today, man, you have to tippy toe around everything, man. It's hard, man. I mean, it's even hard to even work in America right now because if you try to discipline somebody or change a behavior, you have to go through HR first all the time. It's like, why do you have me in this position to begin with if you don't trust my opinion?
Right. Yep.
And that's because they're worried about lawsuits.
That's exactly right. They don't want. Hey, I went to, so and so spoke to me in a bad way. They said the F word or something like that, and now we have an HR conversation.
Yeah. So and so was completely honest with me, and it hurt my feelings.
Yeah, exactly right.
Complaint.
So and so actually expects me to do my job, and now I'm pissed.
He thinks I should be accountable for my getting paid to do.
Yeah. People
And
just
these
want to
guys
go
that
to
are like,
work and just get a paycheck, and they get a paycheck because they showed up at the job.
Yeah,
It's not about the actual work that they put in, to earn that paycheck.
right.
wait, I actually have to go to work when I get to work?
All right, I'll
Yeah,
slow down and say it again. Listen to me.
it's wild. I mean, hopefully we'll get back to, and I think that's where we're going. I think I'm tired of all that BS, all the COVID stuff and everything that happened in 2020. And
Right.
I think America's, as a country, is waking up. And with the election that just happened, you can see that we want to change.
Yeah.
It's got to be different. It has to be.
Yep. Yeah, you're probably seeing an uptick in all that shit now because everybody's been conditioned to be a victim. So now you're gonna have guys like us, 70s, 80s babies that are like, no man, we're fucking men. If we got to fight some shit out, we're gonna fight it out. Well, I'm not afraid to let the court of law figure shit out for me. You know what I mean? It's whatever. I'm not raising my boys to be pussies, to be victims. No, you're a man. We're gonna stand on fucking principle right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, people can't have real conversations anymore, man.
No.
And they can't accept responsibilities. Like, if you try to talk to somebody and tell them and be upfront and say, hey man, maybe you're doing this wrong, and you tell them and you're upfront about it, they get sensitive and like, oh my god, I can't handle that. I know I'm not doing anything wrong. Well, maybe you are, dude. You just
Right.
listen and not get butt hurt that you're hearing the truth.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's just not the age that we're living in anymore. I mean, people don't have tough skin anymore. People are, very, very fragile. There's somebody else on this podcast that's also been called fragile, a time or two by a coworker. Does anybody know who that was?
excuse me.
Somebody else was called fragile. You
Well,
see,
I
that's why you
know,
need to get the
I
headphones.
know I'm fragile. Yeah.
Yeah. You're probably the reason why we have to have these HR meetings and these
I've never
Abigail
had an HR meeting.
videos.
What are you fragile about?
I get, emotional, and I get, upset. And, when I talk about the job and things like that, they always say I get emotional, but that's just who I am. I know I'm emotional, man. I don't think I'm fragile like you.
I wouldn't use, that's why I was like,
Yeah.
somebody said something about me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't describe it as
I
fragile.
knew, I knew where he was
I wouldn't
going,
describe it as fragile, but that's what he was called.
but
By who?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No. Was it Abel?
It was Abel.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I do remember.
Yeah, you were getting all crybaby in a meeting, and he called you fragile.
No, let's not talk about being crybaby now.
Okay.
Yeah, because we got days on you being a little upset about Abel getting you. But
Yeah, well,
yeah, everybody knows I'm
don't
emotional.
cry about it.
Especially when I care about something. So I can be. So, and people can't handle that. That is an issue with me, in my job, because I feel like everybody wants everybody to be a certain way, and like I can be aggressive, and I hold myself back a lot, because I can be really aggressive and just be upfront and straightforward. But I think I'm doing you a favor because I'm trying to tell you the truth. But
Nobody wants to hear the truth these days. No one wants to be told that they're wrong. Everybody wants to be had their ass wiped, and we all move on with our lives. That's what everybody wants these days.
I think the problem is the way we have to deliver the truth now. We got to be like, okay, so what you did was this, instead of going, you fucking moron. You know what I mean?
Exactly right.
yeah, you also have to worry about if they had a bad morning, or there's things going on in their lives, and
I remember there was a personal
all that.
time in my life that my boss came down on me, exactly like you said, Dave, and didn't give three craps what was going on in my personal life. If I had a bad morning, if the person I was with left me or whatever, I had no care. But now, like you said, we got to worry about that kind of stuff. Oh, wait a second. so and so, their wife just left them, or their kid isn't feeling good. So now we have to be extra sensitive and bring the Kleenex box while we go out and talk to them.
And I don't have a problem actually talking to somebody like that. Being like, hey man, what's going on? Talk to me. It's the fourth and fifth conversation. I'm like, here we are. We're still talking about this shit.
Well,
go ahead, Jay.
I've worked for garbage company that was the worst paying garbage company in the area. We had the biggest routes and things like that, and the way we got the garbage off the ground was the way you treated people, the way you talked to them. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your people. You got to know if they're you got to know if they're having a rough day or something's going on at home in their lives. You know what I'm saying? Just by talking to them and their reaction to certain things. But you have to take the time to read people and try to understand them and see where they're coming from too. So to me, all these classes and stuff to me is like, we are at such a place in society where, and I think a lot of it probably has to do with 2020. I don't know, the COVID, being at home and, things like that. Probably some other things before that probably helped too, but where we just can't communicate and be able to handle hearing the truth about one another, So
You're a fragile little bitch.
Yeah, and I think like you said, people are getting tired of that. I think employers do want to be able to talk to their employees in a way that's going to make them productive. I think by wiping their ass and holding their hands all the time, employees are not as productive as when you know that there is a consequence or there is some accountability behind whatever action it is that you're doing.
There always has to be accountability, man. I mean, my kids were 2 years old and I was popping them on the butt.
Well, you're just an abusive dad.
No, I didn't beat my kids. I said I popped
fucking Seminole boss again.
I popped them on the butt if they did something wrong. It was a simple pop.
Right.
But that got their attention. And when you get their attention, then you can say, don't do this again. And that's that it's not a fear, but it's just a shock.
If I do that, there's this consequence.
Right. And so every time they go to do that, they're going to remember that shock that they had, and it's going to keep them from doing it. There has to
I'll tell you right now that I didn't remember because I got popped on the butt a lot growing up over doing the same thing over and over again.
What are you saying?
You got pegged.
Then how do you remember you got popped over and over again if you don't remember?
I don't know. I didn't remember the shock of it. I was like, no, whatever.
They didn't start early enough for you.
That was pegging, Jason.
Oh, is that what that was?
That's pegging.
Well, so new proposal when we go in on tomorrow, we start popping all of our employees on the butt. We'll teach them that shock.
No, you got to get them early, dude. That shit ain't gonna happen. Dude, we tried to shock these guys. I don't want to name names, but there's a couple guys we try to shock, and it does nothing to them. They don't care.
No.
Right.
No, they don't care.
So
they just keep on doing what they do.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. So
yeah, it's going to be interesting tomorrow. Do you think there's going to be is Trump going to be standing behind a wall of glass?
I don't think so. I think that's a really hard area. It being Washington D.C., I think it's gonna be really hard to get any type of activity in that close to him. That's my opinion.
I feel like he will be after that, getting popped in the ear already, and
of course.
Yeah, I think there's going to be. I think he'll be behind some kind of bulletproof glass, and he should be. I think not even him. I think any president should be, just because there's fanatical people everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, like I said, my biggest problem with the whole Trump and Biden thing the last time was, obviously, I think Biden was a dipshit or is a dipshit, but it's the news, man. They put the most passionate people either way on the game. They don't want to talk to the reasonable, rational human being. Nope, let me talk to the psycho that's, you know what I mean? That's going to be like, yep, fucking just push that button and blow everything up.
They want people on there that sound like idiots, so it makes news.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be true. It doesn't have to be factual anymore. Yeah. It's you have to listen to the news and then go research the news that you heard in order to find out if you can actually believe it or not these days.
Yeah.
And that's so freaking sad because there was a time and point in America where people reported factual things. And if they didn't know it was factual or not, like if they knew it wasn't factual, they wouldn't report it. Now it's all about click hits and all that crap, man. Like they just throw shit out there for everybody to see, and now people run with it because they saw it on some fucking headline and it's not even accurate at all.
Right. Yep. I want to be the first one to report this. I don't give a shit. Oh, somebody said it.
Well, I want all these people to click on it and read it. Yeah. I got all these clicks. It's like,
yep.
That's all it's about these days, man.
Yep. I don't know. I have a question.
What's that?
All right.
In a ball busting type manner. Jason, are you using your monitor on a trampoline?
Which one?
Why?
I don't, maybe it's mine because I see like every time he talks, it's like, I'm like,
no. The table I'm using. Oh, I see it. Yeah, the table I'm using is like a folding table, so I can sit outside on the patio.
Okay.
So it's a little, flimsy. So
okay.
I'll try not to touch things too much. I won't touch the table.
I was just sitting there. I'm like,
So, are we sticking with Trash Talkers as far as the name of the show? Or are we going with Patio Boys, or what are we doing with as far as the name of the show?
Well, only 66% of us are on the patio.
I can make it happen. I just wasn't ready. I'm still cleaning out from, believe it or not, Hurricane Milton, and I put Christmas away today. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. A lot going on over there with Hurricane Milton, huh?
Well, more football season and wrestling season. So any downtime I had, I'm like, I'm sitting on the couch. I don't give a shit about that stuff.
All right. Makes sense.
But now I'm like, fuck this. Let's go. I'm tired of looking at it. So next week I will be on the patio. I don't like the Patio Boys though.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Patio Boys.
All right.
Trash Talkers I'm cool with.
The Trash Talkers. What was another one?
I mean, I like Trash Talkers. I mean, I just didn't know how y'all felt about it.
Toby, how do you feel? Oh, yeah, you're not here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hey. Dude, that's my fault. That's my fault. My fault. I'll get them on.
Well, we apparently have a couple of people listening right now because Grayson 1986 says hi. Well, hi back, Grayson.
What's up, Grayson?
No response.
All right. You're a dick.
All right. Our one and only listener. Call him a dick.
He can't handle the truth.
Listen, he just logged off. He just logged off. Son of a bitch.
Damn it. I think Grayson would be great. First listener, we could. Grayson also sounds like a
come on,
pussy. Like that generation, he was named Grayson. You know, we could break him and rebuild him into a man.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I don't think that's.
Grayson, we apologize for the content. We don't own what David says.
I was to say, I'm sure Grayson's a nice person. I'm just saying, I'm speaking from past experience. Grayson's, Aiden. I'm sorry if one of your kids' name's Aiden. Ashlyn, shit like that. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So anyway,
we name our kids. The name of our kids kind of project what their life is going to be like.
But then again, I can't say that. My kid's name's fucking Leland.
Leland.
Yeah. Leland and Weston. So yeah, guilty. I'm a pussy too. So Grayson, we're on the same team apparently. I didn't know.
There you go, Grayson. His own kids have names like that.
Exactly. So My fault. My fault.
Wally even looks frozen. He hasn't blinked in 15 minutes. There he goes.
Oh, there he goes.
Yep. My bad. I have no idea what happened.
He totally just zoned out there for a second. mouth was open. Wait a second. I'm supposed to be doing something.
I was trying to talk, move around so you still see me. I didn't look, but yeah.
No, you just totally froze with your mouth hanging open.
Yeah.
It's Wall Ravens dial-up internet.
So y'all been watching the fires out in LA?
I have been.
I got a question. I got a question about that. The non-sports guy. So this is something you might be able to talk about. Why did all the so the buildings burnt down?
Right.
But the trees made it. Can you explain that to me?
No, I cannot explain that to you. That's actually something that everybody's questioning, because this is not the first time there's been wildfires that trees survived and after the fire. There's a big conspiracy theory as to what's going on, as to what these fires are from. So perhaps these are controlled fires and they're kind of set to go in a specific way. I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, I know there's talk about making a smart city in LA by 2028.
Yeah. It's like LA 2.0. I was just watching a thing on that shit, and I was like,
and so there's that aspect of it now with all the buildings gone. It's easier to kind of make this happen before the Olympics come and all this shit.
Well, so I saved a clip that I wanted to play for you guys about exactly what you're talking about, the smart city thing.
Yeah.
And
so the California wildfires just happened to line up perfectly with the potential high-speed rail system that they are planning to put in for these smart cities. This is sort of reminding me of something here, guys. Remember in 2019 when Melbourne, Australia had their wildfires as well? It just happened to line up again with the proposed high-speed railway. We have Smart LA 2028 proposed in December of 2020 with the plan to build a smart city. However, you can't really build a smart city on top of another city. You'd have to somehow demolish the initial foundation. Same thing that happened in Maui with the smart city proposal from March 30th to April 1st of 2023. And then the wildfires take place on August 8th to 11th. Now, what sort of wildfires demolish everything in sight, but leave the trees and the leaves still intact? I mean, like everything destroyed to the ground, yet this bush unfazed. It's crazy that these major insurance companies would pull their policies months before this happened. It's also crazy that the fire hydrant.
What was that?
3 months before the fires happened, the insurance companies pulled their policies.
Yep.
And it's like, I'm just looking at the devastation of those houses and everything, and I look at the trees and
let's take care of our mental and physical.
Sorry. I'm still learning how to work my sound.
Yeah. And the shrubbery around the neighborhoods, the palm trees that are still intact. Like, how does that
Well, here, this is Mark Pastrella, the director of the Public Works for LA County, and this is what he had to say.
Let's take care of our mental and physical health first before we embark upon what is going to be a journey to rebuild these communities back and rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire.
That was the director of the Public Works out in LA. He said himself in a press conference.
When we started this fire.
When we started this fires, yeah. I heard that.
Yeah. So.
One second, guys. I'll be right back.
So, I mean, to me, there's got to be some sort of something going on here. This isn't just a normal fire. They've already proved the LA fires was actually started by someone. They got video of him out in the bush starting the fire. So it was not a electric lightning or something that caused it. Someone legit started. Someone threw a cigarette or anything like that. It was legit. Someone started that fire. So is this like a conspiracy? Are we looking for the smart cities? Is it because of the tri-rails, or was this just a normal fire?
Yeah, man, it's definitely weird. Or I guess not weird. It definitely makes you perk up a little, like what's really going on. You know what I mean? And I think if it was anywhere but California, I'd probably give a shit.
Yeah. So, well, California is always on fire, so perhaps they thought, hey, you know what? No one's gonna know. It's a normal fire, right? It happens every year. They have fire season here in Florida. We have hurricane season, so perhaps that's what their mindset was or thought process was. I don't
know. Could be, man. It's I said it's definitely interesting to see and hear all these conspiracy theories going on out there.
So before, when there was people talking about conspiracies, we'd all peg them as crazies, right? Now you're like, whoa. I want to hear what this guy has to say because he might be onto something. Hold on. Yep. Especially with all the news that's coming out, the whole alien talk and space shuttles talk and proving and releasing files. So now these conspiracy theorists, they come out and say something, and now I want to hold on. I want to hear this because that guy said something about the aliens 10 years ago, and now it was just released that he was right the entire time.
Yep. Remember the old you just reminded me about the like the conspiracies and the crazies. Remember you'd be at a grocery store and see like that tabloid headline. What was that paper that used to be called? Be like, so-and-so abducted by aliens, and like,
yes, what was
this lunatic.
Yeah, no, it was like this guy.
Yeah.
And then we would watch, I forgot the tabloids, but I forgot the name of that paper.
Yeah.
We're all digital now, so that paper doesn't exist.
Exactly.
But there's also programs on TV, on Netflix and other streaming areas where they talk about people being abducted, right? And I'm like, God, these people are crazy. But now they're releasing that they actually had the aliens and they have a space shuttle that crashed. And whoa, what's going on here? Is this guy actually crazy or is this legit happening?
Yeah, exactly.
What's your thoughts about that, Jason?
Well, the thing that sucks is you can't trust your government because you're constantly questioning what's going on. When you see buildings burn down, but trees are standing, how does that happen? It's
that has to be a controlled fire. That's the only way you could
control
burn things to the ground, but avoid certain things, whether it's a building or a tree or a roadway. That's got to be a controlled burn.
So when you see things like that, you start questioning things, right? So the government's telling you one thing, but your own eyes see something.
Right.
You start questioning it, and that's where the conspiracy theories start to come out. You know what I'm saying? People start putting two and two together. And look, let me tell you, this government does not want us to be smart. There's a reason why we have one of the lowest education, and
I think I think we placed like 17th or something like that in the world as far as education.
There's a reason why, right? Same reason why they put us, with the COVID thing and put us in homes and brainwashed, the American people with the TVs and videos and the chats that were going on. This government, they want to control us, man. You look at the foods. I can tell you right now, man, around Central Florida, I've never seen so many. I've lived here my whole life. I'm 50 years old. I've never seen so many.
Damn, you're old.
Yeah, I know. I've never seen so many hospitals and ERs pop up like on every other corner, like it's freaking 7-Eleven back in the 1980s.
Yep.
Why? What's going on? Like, is it the fact that the foods that we eat? Is it the fact that you try to make everybody take this COVID shot and, y'all are anticipating people being sick and fucked up? And, I love America. I love this country. I was born and raised here, obviously. I don't want to go anywhere else, man. But, I mean, you see things, man, and you start questioning it, and it's like, what's the truth and what's not the truth? And, you try to figure it out as best you can. And
well, the food that we're eating is killing us no matter what. I mean, unless you're growing it yourself, and it's killing us. I mean,
we see they finally banned that red dye stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the red dye that's in a lot of things that we eat. I guess back in the 60s, they knew that it caused cancer because they were putting in clothing, and if you wore it or whatever, I guess it was causing cancer or something.
Okay.
But they continued to use it in foods. And now they just banned it in foods. So
it causes cancer, but it tastes good, so fuck it.
No, it looks good. No, it's not even about it tastes good. It looks good.
No.
I saw a nutritionist on Instagram, and she was talking about the ingredients in foods in America compared to other countries, and one of them was Canada. And she picked up a box of Fruit Loops that's from Canada, and one that's from the U.S. The one from the U.S. is these really bright, beautiful colors of these Fruit Loops, and the Canada one wasn't. It was bland, but the difference is Canada uses like real fruit coloring. There's no artificial crap in it like it is in America, because they want the color to attract the kids to constantly go back and buy it over and over again.
Right. So where we get our meat from, first time I took Denise there, she was like, that ground beef doesn't look right. I said, yeah, because none of that. I said, that's right off the fucking cow.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no artificial preservatives in there. I'm like, I said, it's going to cook up the same. It's going to brown the same. There's none of that. This is, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, that's very true. I mean,
dude,
the meat in different, you get your meat somewhere else, and it's like super bright red. And then we've been taught to how to choose our meat. Oh, that one's bright red, so that's a good piece of meat, right? That's not necessarily true, because they're using all kinds of chemicals and preservatives to get that meat to that color. So, like you said, Jay, it calls our attention. It's not just the kids; it calls our attention too.
Right. Yeah, they're trying to brighten it up so it looks better than what it actually is. But I can tell you those steaks that we got from that marketplace that you go to,
Harvest Meat Market. Is that what it's called?
When I bought,
there's your little plug, Harvest Meat Market.
Yeah, when I bit through that meat, I could feel like I was biting through meat. Like there was a different texture to it, man. You could tell it was fresh, fresh meat.
Yep.
Man, there's nothing better than that, man.
I know. I got 2 in the freezer, and I was too lazy to bring it anyway. I don't want to regret that Sunday choice right now. So, hey,
but you are right. When you guys when you bite into that meat that you're talking about, that you can definitely tell that difference. It's not something you got at Publix or Winn-Dixie or Costco. There's something different about that meat.
Yeah, it's fresh. It's fresh. It's going straight from
you got to jump off for a second, Dave.
No, I was going to say, just to back up to that crazy tabloid newspaper that we were talking about, the National Enquirer.
Yeah,
National Enquirer.
Yeah.
That's what it was. All right, all right.
Man,
my wife is sitting out here and she's waving at me down, saying, "It's a National Enquirer. I said that."
Oh, thanks, Sudie.
She says thanks. So, National Enquirer.
Yep.
But it's true. Going back to that, ground beef and even the chicken. So when I brought home some of that chicken from the Harvest Meat Markets, you're welcome for your second plug. I cooked it up here at the house, and even Sudi and my kids, they were like, this is different. Like the texture was different. The taste was different because it came right from the chicken. It wasn't, processed for, 3 or 4 days or however long they're supposed to do it. And the chicken breasts were at normal size. The chicken breast was in the size of, not freaking big.
Yeah.
Well, chicken these days, man, when you go to like different restaurants, you can taste, the difference in the wing. Like there's some wings that are they're big, but they're super rubbery.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're looking at it going, man, what the hell am I actually eating? Because a chicken wing ain't really that freaking big,
So Sudi gave up. She gave up pretty much all meats because of that reason, and specifically chicken because it's very rubbery now. It's very chewy, so she won't eat chicken much anymore. It has to be 100% organic, kind of like from your Harvest Meat Market, third plug. They're the ones that she'll eat the man, I better get a couple free steaks out of these free plugs here. Jesus Christ.
Oh, hey.
But yeah, but that's the only place that she'll eat the chicken.
So there's if you don't want to go to Petty's, which is right around the corner from y'all.
Oh yeah, I have Petty's.
They're pricey. But there's a
place I've been there
in,
a couple times.
Oh man. God dang it.
User train of thought or something happened on the game. I have it behind me. So if you guys want to go somewhere else, damn it,
there's a place
I'm talking about. They'll sign up. Tell me you're getting old without telling me you're getting old.
Yeah, well, that happens.
Mid thought. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Where the hell am I?
Oh man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We've been to Petty's a couple times. They're good, a little pricey. So I for some reason in Central Florida you can't find veal. I don't know why, but you can't find veal. Veal was on every corner and down in Miami, but here you can't. Petty was the only place I was able to find veal.
Petty's, Petty,
yeah, and it was more expensive than I expected. It was I think almost like $40 for just a couple pounds of it, and usually at Publix it's $9.99 for a whole packet that'll feed everybody. So if I don't want to go there, where do I want to go there? Do you remember where I want to go?
I have no idea.
I'm just gonna get up and walk away from this conversation, aren't I?
He's being fragile right now.
I'm just gonna get up and walk away.
Hey, y'all can entertain
Jason just totally pulled a Joe Biden. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, so I'm just gonna leave.
No,
The room like a Roomba.
Gotta get my search on.
Oh man. So while you're looking that up, if we're gonna stay with the Trash Talkers, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post this audio to SoundCloud.com. I'll send everybody the link so you guys can listen back to it, and then we can kind of talk about what if we sound stupid or if we need to iron out some bugs or whatever. And then from there, I've already built a logo, Instagram, that whole thing. So I'll get all that going. But once we confirm the title of the Trash Talkers,
I like it. I say stick with it.
I like it too.
All right, cool. So there's a it's going to sound really messed up, but what the hell are you doing? Oh,
I'm listening.
Oh, so there's a place in Sanford called Hopkins Meat Market. Fresh meat. I mean, it's kind of the same place that Dave goes to. So, and they're price reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not going to like a high end place like Petty's.
Gotcha.
Okay. And Sanford.
Yeah. I have to apologize because I am born and raised in Sanford, and I should have known that off the top of my head, but for whatever reason,
you really have to go look it up.
And I actually lived next door to the place growing up.
So not only were you born and raised, you live next door.
Yes.
That's what I thought he did. I was like, when he got up and walked away, did he go run out front and go, what the fuck's the name of that place?
No, I went and got my phone so I could look it up.
The front door. Oh, that's what it is. All right, let me come back in.
My bad. Got up mid-sentence, walked away.
I got my phone now.
You went full Joe Biden, man.
Full Joe Biden. You completely lost your train of thought and walked away like he does.
It happens when you get old, man. Like I can't explain it. It just happens, man.
Well, that's why you got to write things down. Be prepared.
Take some notes.
Yeah.
So, Jay, what do you think about? I know I'm just kind of jumping the gun here because I feel like we're getting ready to wrap it up here pretty soon. But I seen TikTok was gone and now it's back, and I'm seeing all over my social media people freaking out, and I'm like,
yeah. So I did this creative bit yesterday.
Creative what? You broke up.
The creative bit, like a little sound bit that I was looking forward to playing on the show today. And then I wake up
closer to your mic.
Then I wake up and I see that TikTok is back. So I had to do some research, and Trump has figured out how to postpone the ban of TikTok for another 90 days. Yeah. So, but I will still play the bit for you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Steve.
Oh, hey, Scout.
How's by you?
Really? This is the worst day ever.
What's going on, Steve?
No more TikTok.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
What am I supposed to do without TikTok?
How about Instagram Reels?
Instagram Reels suck.
Is this happening in your house? Your kids spending endless hours in their room scrolling in the dark? Well, it's time to delete TikTok and grow a pair. Hi, I'm Jay, president of the JG Institute, and we want to help.
YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat. Hey, Dad, I'm going to go outside and cut the grass.
At the JG Institute, we will help your kid take their first steps to going outside and not only coming out of the rooms to eat. They'll go from this...
I only want to leave my room to eat.
...to this.
Cutting the grass is fun. I can't believe how bright the sun is. This is awesome. I am going to climb trees, ride my bike, skin my knee, drink water from the hose.
The JG Institute, helping your kid going from a sack of crap to an engaged kid who actually contributes around the house. Call today to get your ultimate guide to a TikTok-free life. So I built that because I was looking forward to talking about the TikTok band.
Yeah.
And now my middle son, he comes over to me and goes, "Hey man, TikTok is back." And I said, "What?" And I opened it up, and then the first thing it says, I took a picture, a screenshot of it. Here it goes. Welcome back. Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the U.S. You can continue to create, share, and discover things all you love on TikTok. And then when you went to the page, it was Trump dancing. That's how they started off TikTok. That was the first thing you saw was Trump dancing.
Gotcha.
I mean, Trump has to kind of get that back going because it did help him win the election. So.
It did, but the concerns are the security risks of having TikTok, it being a Chinese.
Yeah, I get it. I mean,
streaming service.
Nice somebody from America owned that platform, but
right. And what they're saying is that it's possible that So this is what they're saying. They're saying that these guys, China, is watching us make stupid videos, singing and dancing, drinking Tide Pods. And meanwhile, we're being distracted with these TikToks, and they're pulling all this information and doing recon on us. What was that?
Philly just recovered a fumble. They're only up by 1. Just FYI.
Thanks for the update.
Gotcha. Yeah,
so that's my. Go ahead.
No, go, Jay. My bad.
No, so that's just my thought on it. So I'm kind of concerned that I think it's also a tool to brainwash our kids because kids do a lot of stupid things on TikTok. They hear a lot of things on TikTok, and then my kids will come to me and say, "Hey, did you hear this?" And I said, "It's not true. That's fake news on TikTok. They're teaching our kids to believe that whatever they see is real."
Well, that goes back to the conversation that we had about why our education in America is so low and things like that is because that's what they want. I mean, they want, kids to be
misinformed and uninformed.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
yep, that's a good way
any way that they can brainwash them to get their message across.
Yep.
That's
now, the bit you did, Jay, I loved it. I thought it was good. I liked it.
Good, I appreciate it.
Now, me being the youngest old guy of the group right now, I don't know how old Toby is as far as I'm concerned. He doesn't even exist.
The youngest of the old.
Yeah. I've had TikTok on my phone for like 8 minutes, and I'm like, this is the dumbest shit ever. Now, going back to your bit, whoever said Instagram Reels was not cool is a fucking liar. I love that shit.
Yeah, I love Instagram Reels too. But that's the thing. So part of the writing that script was talking to my kids and asking them, and I said, "What about Instagram Reels?" And they said, "No, it sucks. It's the stupidest thing ever." So now they'd rather go and watch YouTube Shorts than look at Instagram Reels.
So my youngest is into the YouTube Shorts, and
Yeah.
So now, me and my 16-year-old, we'll send Instagram reels back and forth all day long. Just
oh hell yeah. Well, I do that. I do that with you. I do that with Jason, even though Jason never replies back. Sudi and I, we send stuff to each other, Instagram reels. I think that's fun. There's some funny stuff on there, some fun content.
Yep.
Philly's the third and goal. Late in the fourth quarter. They're up by 1 with an opportunity to score here. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about because I don't understand any of that shit.
It's not late in
the old man is interrupting and going through some sports news. And Barkley gets the ball, runs it in. Oh, he's short. Oh, they gave him the touchdown. Third and goal. They gave him the touchdown.
What game are you watching?
The Philly Rams game.
Then I must be delayed because they haven't gotten to the touchdown yet. So I'm like, all right. So thanks for spoiler alert. Nice, appreciate that.
I thought we were live, dude.
We are live, but apparently there's a delay.
Quarters, 13 minutes ago.
It just started.
I said they're in the fourth quarter.
I said they're late in the fourth quarter. You trying to hype it up and.
I'm trying to change the subject because I have no idea what the fuck y'all are talking about.
Listen, when you guys were talking about all the other sports stuff, I didn't try to change the subject. Okay, I sat here patiently and waited my turn. David and I were having a nice conversation, and then you had to ruin it with your Philadelphia Eagle talk, trying to get everybody all hyped up. It's late in the fourth quarter, and they give the touchdown. It's 13 minutes left. They haven't scored a touchdown yet.
So the TikTok thing, man, and I know Facebook, old people, I love it still. I don't care.
TikTok or Instagram?
Was that?
TikTok or Instagram?
No, I'm talking about. Well, I was scrolling through Facebook today.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Facebook
and just seeing all the people on there. TikTok's gone. Oh my god! And then like 2 hours later, it's back. We won we landed on the moon. I mean, this is.
People were so excited that it's back. My son was pretty much doing cartwheels. My other son was like, he's on TikTok. This is awesome.
Yeah.
So people, they're just brainwashed into TikTok being the greatest thing in the world. I'm not against the ban. I think they should get rid of it or Americanize it.
Yep. I mean,
that's my thought.
Just like the Gulf of America. And
Gulf of America.
Greenland, America. And
then they make Canada the 51st state.
Let's do it all.
Nope.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm turning into more and more of an Instagram guy than I am anything else.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of Instagramming, than Facebook or TikToks. Every now and then I'll pop on TikTok because there's some funny things that
I don't feel like sharing anything because I don't feel like anybody really cares what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm like, I go to post some things, and I'm like, does anybody actually care that I'm fucking doing this? Why would I post this?
Yeah. You last time, the first time that you posted in 25 years, the first thing I did was call you and be like, dude, that's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, with the Tampa Bay game, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you only have 9 followers, so I mean,
I'm not.
I was gonna say that could be a bullet point for next week, and we're gonna go through Jason's social media and find out how many friends he has and doesn't have.
Trust me, I ain't got many, dog. I ain't got many.
He's got 9 Instagram.
It's gonna be a short show, dog. Let me tell you.
We're gonna get through that in about 30 seconds.
It's gonna be small. Okay.
Not that important.
Yeah. I don't think nobody really needs to go. I mean, we can. It's going to be short, but we got to.
I'm nervous about this.
There's a lot of things we got to fill in. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think to an extent you're right, Jay, that people don't care what you're doing. I don't care what other people are doing or what they post. I just kind of move on by it. What I like is the Instagram reels, where it's kind of like a little short, and it's kind of a funny comedy bit that people do. I think that's pretty funny. So I look at those. I don't look at what other people. I don't care, that someone is at, Capitol Grill and takes a picture of their steak. I don't care.
Right.
I really don't.
Man, I tell you, Twitter, man, or X, whatever they call it. Man, that thing is. Woo.
Well, that's ran by Elon Musk.
That place is wild, man. You see some wild stuff in there.
Yep.
So I'm not on X. I think David, you told me I should try to check it out, or Jason, one of you guys told me to check it out. I have not done that yet, so maybe I'll have to check out X this weekend or this week.
I mean, it's not bad. It just depends on what you follow. Like I said, I got it mostly because my son's got to have it. It's a big recruiting tool now for high school athletes. You put your film there, tag. Hey, I'm at Coach Norval. Here you go.
I like that. I like that.
So,
yeah, right, it's a big tool these days. I know a lot of people use it. I just don't. But man, X that. They desensitize you to a lot of things in society, man. Let me tell you. I mean, just
all right.
They'll show people just killing people, like just crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's where they posted the video of the guy running through Bourbon Street, New Orleans, and they showed the full video. They didn't censor it. You saw people getting hit by the car, people with their legs all crushed, and
the United Healthcare CEO getting blasted in the back of the head. That was on Twitter or X.
Oh, they played that video.
Oh yeah, they just showed him walking right up behind him and bam, boxer man. I mean, Jesus. The whole thing.
So it's no censorship on there.
No,
that's ran by Elon Musk and now Trump, because Trump ultimately is gonna. Elon works for Trump now, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how all that works. I think it's a good thing. I think the concept is a good thought. I just hope they can actually make it all happen.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think that anything that we see will be some time down the road. It's not going to happen overnight. But I think that it'll be at least a year or two before we start feeling the effects.
Well, yeah, I mean the effects of the food industry, the changes that they want to make there, we're not going to see right away. I mean, it's going to take
well, everything, even to the point of seeing the gas prices come down.
Yeah.
Even to see the gas prices, that's going to take some time. Let's say he does open up the pipeline again to get that moving and to get those barrels and all. That's just going to take time before it reaches our level.
Dog. Speaking of gas lines and oil, you watching Landman?
I am watching Landman. We're on episode 5. After the show, we're gonna watch a little bit more. Yeah.
Oh man, I went through that whole season so far. I'm on I think 8 or 9, whatever the last.
Oh really? Yeah, that's a really good show. You watching that, Dave?
I have not started yet. We're waiting for wrestling season to die down, so I've got some free time to just veg out and.
Yo, Landman, the dog, you excellent.
Yeah, well written. Very, very factual. I mean, this was in the trailer, so this is not a spoiler alert, Dave. But how he's just talking about the windmills and how that's not going to make the carbon footprint just to make one of them. And then you kind of do your research and like, well, damn, yeah, that's we wasted all that fossil fuel, the concrete, all that stuff just to build that windmill. So the footprint that we left behind. It's really cool, very, very factual. And I've always been a fan of Billy Bob Thornton. He makes me laugh with some of the shit that he says.
Yep, Billy Bob's great.
Yeah, it's really well done. And most new series that you start to watch, you have to watch like the first 3 episodes, and then by then if you're gonna if you're into it or not.
Right.
The very first episode, man, you're locked in, man. You're just you're ready. Man.
Nice.
Yeah.
I watched.
It's good.
I watched the first episode, and then after I saw the first episode, I was like, "Well, can't watch this one by myself." So I put that one to the side because I was so good. I got locked in on that first episode, and then now Sudi and I are watching it together. She has her own shows. I have my own stuff that we watch, separately. But then we have our 1 or 2 that we do together. I thought that was going to be one that I was going to be on my own, and then now. That's one that I was like, damn, this is really good. I want to share this. So we watch it together.
Motherfucker, you watch 90% of the shit that she wants you to watch.
No, I don't, because she watches crazy ladies fighting.
You're right there locked in with her, right next to her. I know you are.
Something like that. I don't know what the hell she watches. And then
you are right there locked in.
She watched
tell me about
the entire season, the entire thing of Lost, and she watched it in about 2 weeks, 6 seasons. I don't got time for that. I don't have patience. She watches TV at work. Okay, she puts her phone up and leans it up against her desk, and she just watches shows all day long. So I will pick a couple things. I'm like, oh man, I found this trailer, or I saw this program, or whatever it may be. I want to watch it with you. Her response to me every single time, saw it. When the hell do you have time to see this stuff? And she's watching it at work. And I'm like, well, how do you get anything done? She goes, I just have it right there and I watch it as I work.
Gotcha.
She's over here laughing. She's over here laughing.
And then she'll come home and she says, I want to continue watching this because I was watching it at work, and you sit right next to her and you continue watching.
Nope. She puts it on her phone and she goes in the room, or she'll put it on the TV in the room. Like I've never watched an episode of Lost, and she's watched 6 seasons of that. Never seen one episode.
Bland Man's really good, man. Really good.
Yes.
Hey, have you seen the Night Agent on Netflix?
This one with Jamie Foxx, right?
Nope.
No. Which one's that one?
Has season 2 come out yet?
It comes out, I think, next week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. So right now I'm re-binging. So I love superhero movies, so I'm re-watching Daredevil.
Okay.
The new one's coming out in March, so I'm like, all right, let me catch it.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's on Disney Plus or something, right?
Yeah.
Daredevil?
Yeah, it's the old Netflix one. And
okay, yeah.
But the new season comes out in March, and then but I knew the Night Agent 2 was coming out soon. I'm like, I got to rewatch the first season because I don't remember shit about it. I just remember it was great.
Yeah, I just found it and watched it. I think a couple weeks ago. Man.
Yep.
That's a good show.
Really good.
Yeah. It's hard to find good shows these days, man.
Yep.
Well, you spend most of the time scrolling trying to find something, and by the time you find it, it's time to go to bed. There's so much crap on. I mean, so many streaming services, so much crap on each one of them, and then by the time you find something, you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep. So, what do you guys think? We pulled an hour and a half today. We got all of our topics in except for Dave's pornographic shutdown.
We didn't get Dion in Dallas, but
what?
Lewis is. Am I talking to Lewis?
No, but you are talking like it's 4:00 in the morning.
Oh no, I said we didn't talk about Dion going to Dallas.
Yeah, that's right. That was one of your
your
topics. So, you want to bring that up real quick? Go take it away.
Well, no, I mean, because it's not in the flow of the conversation, so I'm not going to bring it up. But I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about making the show better, or is that something we need to do offline?
Well, yeah, I'd rather take us offline. We can stay on Zoom, but let me take us offline, or pick a day during the week and have a conversation about it, because there's some ideas and notes that I had. I want to go back and listen to this as well and see where we can iron out some stuff. But yeah, definitely want to make the show better. One of the things I think that we need to do is all of us have a show sheet where all the topics are listed on there, whether it's an email or something like that. So we're all kind of following along and not just jumping around, trying to figure out what our next topic is. You know what I mean?
Well, so
as an example,
I think we need a day or two before we go on the show. I think that's something we need to talk about and get everything in place.
That's the other thing. We need to have a pre-show meeting so we could make sure that we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
And not have dead air. And if we're going to talk about something specific, such as the butcher that you live right next door, you have the name written down.
Yeah, again. Well, I mean, those are conversations that just come up in between conversations. I don't mind those. That's part of having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Not everything's going to have to be script. I mean, we're gonna talk about things, and we're gonna go. I know we want a baseline, right? But within that baseline, there's going to be conversations that branches
within
off.
Conversations. Yeah. Conversations within conversations.
Yeah.
No, I get that. We just need to have our show sheet and all of our topics left down there. And look, like you said, we didn't get the Dion. Topics will get pushed because, we're planning an hour and a half, 2 hour, whatever it may be. I mean, we talked about 3 topics today, and that took up the entire time, right?
Yeah.
So topics will get pushed, and then we just got to remember, okay, next week we want to talk about this, unless it's no longer relevant. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with it. I mean, even if we can't do like a day or two in advance, if we get on, hey, we're starting the show at 4, everybody hop on at 2. Maybe.
Yeah, we can do a quick show meeting, right before.
Yeah.
Right before we go live. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
10-4.
Just so that we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to give the people a good product.
Yep.
I like that. Give the people a good product.
Were you about to hit the music to end the show?
Yes.
All right, so real quick, I want to just revisit something. I'd like to say, Grayson, I apologize for my outburst earlier. If you're still listening, I don't want to lose you as a valued listener.
Our only listener.
Yep. Sometime maybe we'll get some kind of like way that they can communicate with us.
Well, right now the only way they can communicate is through YouTube. So if you guys have, like, I have YouTube on right next to me here. I'll show you here. I have YouTube on right next to me.
Okay.
Right, so I can see the comment section, which is one comment that says Grayson. He said hi to us.
Okay.
So that's how. I mean, people, once we start getting followers, people will be able to put in their comments, and then we're monitoring those comments while we're having our show. And then, just like I said, hey, we had Grayson here. He said hi back. Or they might ask us a question. They might actually bring up a topic that we didn't even think about. What do you guys think about this? You know what I mean?
Yep, I like it. That's why I want to get that room set up now to get where I can have all my monitors going, or more than just as one right now. So,
right. I still got to figure this out because I'm using 2 different laptops. I like to do one and then have just 2 monitors, but right now I have to use 2. But we'll figure it out. It'll get there.
I was gonna say, what about using your?
It's not compatible. It's not compatible with the laptop we're doing the show on right now.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'd have to buy one.
Gotcha. 10-4.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, we did another successful show, I think, or rehearsal, I should say. We actually went live on YouTube.
You recorded it?
I recorded it, and I will tell you, I almost forgot because the first 3 minutes of the show, I didn't record, and then it just popped in my head. Shit, hit record. So we're gonna miss the opening, the intro on the playback. But I did record it.
And we got our first fan,
and we have a fan that Dave ran off.
He'll be back.
So,
Grayson, your ass better be back next week. We're gonna be here every Sunday.
Exactly.
All right, guys, it was good talking to you. And
yes, sir.
Let's get out of here. Wrap it up.
All right.
All right, fellas.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, go Irish.
Let's go Irish.
All right.
All right,
see you guys.
Yep. Recording is stopped. So,
cool.
What'd you guys think? Hold on, let me turn this off real quick.
I mean, it was good. I mean, like you said, we've got to come up with a script